Hi, my name is Matt Carroll with World Class Coaching and the Help Academy Sports Coach. Today, I want to talk to you about some shooting sessions we've got going on here. And where I got some of these ideas from, is this book, 31 Favorite Shooting Sessions from World Class Coaching. It's in a really eclectic mix of different types of drills. They're not specifically in some kind of order. They're from a variety of different coaches, just some great ideas, even the way they're presented. I really enjoyed it. It was fun to look at, fun to read, fun to see how different people attack the idea of shooting. And I think some of the issues you're going to have with shooting practices, everyone loves to start their session off with a couple guys shooting on net, goalies, getting some saves, get some workouts. That's what every player wants to do, is just shoot on the big goal, right? But then we get in the session, actually designing a session around shooting. It's a lot of lines, a lot of sitting there. You have to be safe. You don't have one goalie. You don't want to be shot from multiple angles. You don't want multiple shooting. You don't want the guy in front of the goal. So it becomes kind of a mess of how can we create this intensity we want in the session? How can we recreate game-like intensity? How can we get as many reps off as possible? How can we keep them focused, between all of this? So with the help of that book, I got some really great ideas from it that I want to show you right now. This one's pretty simple to start off, where we got set up here a bunch of players here behind this cone and a player here towards the end line. Really, really focused with my players is getting the ball from the end line, a low, hard, driven ball back to the 18, the PK spot, wherever it may be, for a finish. And the reason we talk about it is if you're a defender, we'll put a defender here that's defending this ball. Let's say our attacking player cuts in here. So we're going to dribble in here. It's going to bring that defender down to the end line. They're going to be facing the ball. This player here, making a run over here, can see the numbers on the back of this player. They can see the numbers. This guy can't figure out where they are. And we play a nice little pass to this player, making that run, and they go and shoot and score. Okay, so we're trying to recreate that as much as possible in this drill, but we're making it competitive and fun for the players. So I'll remove these guys. So what it is basically, we'll put a goalie in here. This player plays a pass, low, hard-driven ball to the next player in line. It should stop short of them. Maybe we make a marker where they can't take, the ball has to go past this cone here. They have a one-touch shot to score. And we would just play this similar to the way they play knockout in basketball. So this player shoots. Let's say they miss. Okay, goes wide. They then have to go collect that ball wherever it went. So the ball's over here. And they have to go collect the ball and dribble it pass it into this goal. Or if you feel that's not safe, you can set up an alternate goal. They have to go and pass it into a pug goal on the side before the next player is able to receive a pass. So this player runs over here. They're going to get the ball before the next player receives a pass and is able to step up and finish. If they're able to step up and finish and score a one-timer goal before this player can either dribble back into this goal or score in the side pug goal we've set up, if he can't do that, he's out. We just play knockout until someone's out. Making it competitive, making it fun. Definitely something you can do in the beginning of practice, kind of as players roll in, especially for younger ages. Something maybe we can do at the end of practice where it's, hey, people are kind of shot already, and we can have guys sit out at this point. You can go get your stuff, you get your drink, watch this end. So although it's an elimination game, we're putting it at the beginning or the end of the practice. So even if players are sitting out for a little bit, it's not the biggest of deals. So where we move from there is trying to recreate things in a game-like style as much as possible. So I'm going to delete these. What we'll do is we'll have this player stay here. We'll have a wide player over here. We'll set up, get rid of these cones over here. We'll set up a dummy here. And just recreating the situation as much as possible in a game-like manner. Trying to get players to not just shoot at goal from outside the 18, a stationary ball. Trying to make it so that their eyes are moving, the ball is moving, they're pulling a move, and they're creating space. And we're really just creating it against air here. So we have a pass from the player on the end line to a wide player. That wide player is then going to play a diagonal ball to this player here. And what we're going to work on is taking a good directional first touch, taking a touch, that doesn't just stop dead. We're taking it towards space, but we're stopping short of this dummy. We're going to pull a move in front of the dummy. And you can make it, hey, pick dealer's choice. You can make it, hey, you need to pull a scissor here to the other side. We can add a visual cue in where we have maybe this is a coach and they hold up a cone, and the cone means we have a red cone here and a blue cone here. Blue cone's this side, red cone's this side. They pick their head up after receiving the pass. They pick their head up. They read the visual cue. This coach is holding up a red cone. They go to the right side. Okay, and that would create the idea of you're reading a visual cue to make a decision on the field to set yourself up for the shot. You play the dummy, you beat the dummy, and you play a shot in the goal. And then we rotate. This player goes to the end line to pass the ball. This player goes to the dummy. This player then moves over here to the wide area. So that's another good example of just trying to create passing patterns within the game to recreate game-like situations to get a shot off. So we'll clear this up now. Now we'll go try to be a little more intense. This can kind of get a little static here. Maybe in the beginning they're a little fired up, or maybe they're walking through it in the beginning, they improve, but eventually it's going to kind of get stale in that, okay, we get the idea. We want to make it faster. We want to go challenge each other. So what we'll do next is we'll create a line of players here, and we'll set up a cone lane. Okay. And now what the players are going to do on the outside, they're going to crisscross pass. They're going to crisscross pass as they move up this channel. So they're passing here, pass, move, pass, move, pass, move the whole way through. So player here passes up to the runner here. They receive. I'd like to see them receive on their left foot, taking a touch in so they can play it on their right foot or their left foot. Going this way, we kind of ticky-tack our way up here. We get to this point. Coach with the ball here. We'll put a goalie in here as well. They get to this point. Whoever has the last touch on the ball is then going to shoot on goal here. So they're combining to shoot at the end of this gate. They then need to make a run. So the shooter is over here. He shot. Once this player recognizes the shot's going to be taken by this player, they need to make a run. All right, they're going to make a run, not in front of the goalie, this player. They're going to wait till they've shot. They're going to make a run. This coach is going to play a ball, a through ball into this area. So the player is going to run to that ball. This player who shot the ball is going to make a wide run to create space and separation for the option. This player is going to run, like we talked about, get to the end line. And we're going to play a low, hard driven ball back to that runner for a shot on goal. So again, kind of ticky-tack, passing back and forth, working our body shape, working our first touch, receiving in a direction that sets us up for the next pass, all the way through here till we get a shot off. The non-shooter makes an overlapping run, receives a through ball, gets to the end line. The shooter then needs to, wheel off the shot, get in position, get down fast, get into a position where they are behind the ball. They would see the defender's number and be able to receive a low, hard diagonal pass back for a finish on goal. All right. So there we've got some really great activation stuff. We're going against air. We're unopposed, but they're getting a lot of work from it. All right. And so what we go from here is we've got the idea. We've worked some of these patterns and things we're looking for. Now we'll set up a big goal and try to make this as game-like as possible before we go into our full, 11v11, 9v9, 7v7, whatever we're going to go into. And we're going to create two grids, one grid here, the orange grid, and we'll go blue grid over here. All right, blue grid. And we're going to set up 4 different colored teams here. Let's say, so we'll have 3 black players over here against, let's say, 3 yellow players. Over here, we'll have a couple players in white. Oh, we can delete this guy. Against a couple players in red. All right. In each grid, what we're doing is we're playing a possession game, just a keep away game between the two teams. We have our goalie set up here, ready to go. And we'd have a coach somewhere here on the sideline calling things out. So it's just a possession game. You know, these grids and the number of players in each grid is going to depend on what you've got, field space, number of players, technical ability, whatever it is. But for right now, we got 3v3s. So they're going to be playing a keep away game. On the coach's call, you know, either it can be visual or a verbal cue, they call out, whistle, whatever it is. They're going to signal to the players, and they're going to kind of call out two colors. So it can start out, you're going to call it a grid. So we go black versus yellow. As soon as that the call is made, black and yellow stop playing a keep away game. They play a game where they're going to go to goal. So whoever's in possession, let's say it's yellow, is going to try to go to goal and score, where black is going to recover and get into a defensive situation. Once black is able to recover the ball, resets, goes back in here. Then next thing we go white versus red. Red has possession. Red goes to goal. White sets up to defend. They try to stop a shot on goal. White wins the ball or red scores. We go back into the blue grid and start playing possession again. And you can keep point values of how many times each team scores. You can take points away for missing a shot, et cetera, et cetera. Then we can get a little trickier where it will be, let's say red has the ball here, yellow has the ball here. You call red versus black. So red is going to try to go as quickly as it can towards goal. Black is coming from an odd angle but trying to recover. So let's say this black player here is going to recover into a defensive compact position, whereas this player in red is going to try to dribble through this grid. White stops defending them at this point. Tries to defend them. We can find that 1v1. The mannequin kind of dummy we found in the middle before. We're trying to simulate that. And we get in here and we find a shot from this angle. And then after the goal, we all go back and reset back to our respective grids. Then the way I would finish up this session then is just creating some kind of small-sided game or an 11v11 game, kind of depending on what you got and what you're trying to do, where we're trying to recreate shots, maybe even go small-sided, then go full-sided, just trying to get as many reps as possible, and then working it more into a game-like situation as we go along. Love to hear in the comments what you guys do for your shooting sessions. What are unique games that keep your players fit and ready to go and zoned in during the shooting sessions, which, again, can get a little bogged down, a little bit slower because you have a lot of lines and you're waiting for players. So how do you keep it fun? How do you keep it interesting while keeping the reps high? So, again, my name is Matt Carroll with World Class Coaching. Loving the new Academy Sports Coach 2022 app with all the different features it's got. And I'll put this book, 31 Favorite Shooting Sessions, the link to this in the comments below so you can check it out yourself. And that's available on World Class Coaching. So that's all I got for today, and I hope this session finds you well.